Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on in the PM world. How are we doing this morning, Matt? We all good?
I'm all right, thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Very nice. How's the weather up there?
Bit wet and wild.
Yes, we haven't got the wild yet. We're expecting 60-mile-an-hour winds, apparently.
Well, you can keep them.
Proper summer here.
Yeah.
It's not raining. It's cloudy, but it's not raining. But apparently we've got quite heavy rain and torrential winds coming through. So everyone's down in this part of the world on holiday in the southwest. Make sure your tent pegs are in.
Yeah. Yeah. I say what, me and Leslie got caught in a storm down in Devon. One night we were stopping there. Oh my God, that was just horrendous. I'd never to say we just thought that I've had enough of this. We packed up and left.
Pack up and go home.
But we was a bit exposed because we was in a field that was actually not on the proper campsite. It was in like an overspill, but was facing the cliffs.
Oh, nice.
No protection of anything.
Straight off the Atlantic, straight in.
Coming in off the water and battering us at like we were on this sort of hill going up. I think it was just a cow field by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And we had no protection, and it was let's just say we didn't get a lot of sleep that night. And it was just like, I was so tired, let's go home.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. The amount of times, I must admit, when we're travelling, after a bad weekend, you just see people's cars just pushed in. It's not neatly packed. It's just shove it in and just drive home.
Get the tent down.
Get the tent down, chuck it in.
Let's get back. So, yes.
Bless. Anyway, after last week's massive events, that took place that sort of blow everybody away. Obviously with Airfix and Armour Hobbies. We had both of those reviews obviously up with you straight away last week.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely full on, hasn't it?
Yes.
Again, we've had lots of pre-orders and various bits and pieces coming into stock. Big news of the bomb bug.
Yeah, the old new, I won't say new tooled, but new glasswork.
New glasswork in the bomb bug. Again, such an iconic kit of Airfixes. And is like we were joking about, to be honest, yesterday, wasn't it? It would go for so much money on eBay.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, obviously, it comes out and it's been released. So that's sort of everyone who's like got one up there for 200 quid is a little bit upset now.
Yeah, got a new one. And the glass probably better.
Yeah, and this one's got glasses you can see through. So yeah, again, I think we often talk about Airfix vintage kits and nostalgia. Now, I've never built that kit, but as soon as you show me that picture, I know it's Airfix. You could take the logo off and all the rest of it. That's the epitome of Airfix of my childhood growing up, to do the bomb bug. As I say, if you're of a certain age, if you're a 70s child, you might have even seen one in real life because they were quite popular.
Hey, apparently my dad owned one.
Yeah, that's it. I know. How ahead of the curve was he? You had a cool dad.
What, driving an orange freewheeler?
Yeah, well, I know. It doesn't seem it, but it was before it was cool. He was cool before cool.
Yeah, well, he apparently owned a bomb bug. So I don't know how long it lasted, but yes. I tell you what, I wish he still had it. We were still had it as a family because they're worth an absolute fortune.
Oh, it would be a fortune now, isn't it?
Stick a nice Hayabusa in it or something, proper motorbike engine, and they shift.
Yeah.
They proper move.
Because the one I knew that was down in my local village, a guy owned it, and he owned quite a nice lot of cars, actually. He obviously was a little bit ahead of the curve and thought this will be a future one. But he had it convertible. Had the soft top version, which they did. So
I didn't even know they did a soft top bomb bug.
Wouldn't be safe, I don't think. Mind you, the entire thing's fiberglass and junk, wouldn't it? So I don't think the crash tolerances would have been that good, as we used to call them cheese wedges, wasn't it, back in the day?
Yeah, or a doorstop.
The doorstop,
yeah. It's more of a cheese wedge shape because you had the TR7 was that shape, and the old Fiat X19. They're all quite wedgy because they took from like Lotus was wedges, weren't they?
Yeah,
there's a lot of wedgy-looking cars.
There was in those days. It's all being stuck under the back of lorries where they couldn't stop.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, such an iconic kit. It's really, really good to see it back out again. I know sometimes you get a lot of people, they say about, the classic range and their old kits, but that's a reason why you buy them, and it's really nice that Airfix have brought that one back out because again I think it's very much iconic. And if you're a child of that era, or even if you used to build models back then and you never built it like me, it's one of those ones that you would have probably seen in the shop and you remember, even if you didn't want to buy it, you'll know it, so
with a bright orange freewheeler in front, can you? But yeah, it's quite an iconic thing, the bomb bug, really, isn't it? I think so now anyway. As obviously the older it gets, I don't know, it's quite futuristic in a funny sort of way.
Do you think they've got the problem still with a little bit of licensing? Because it was called like the Bug 700 instead of 007.
Yeah, probably. Probably,
Didn't
yeah.
want to infringe anyone.
Well, I couldn't see like Sean Connery or Roger Moore bombing around in one of them in a Bond film, could you?
No,
Cool,
no.
they did. They did
Yes,
2CV, so I don't know why
that's
they
it.
got like the bomb bug.
Well,
But
you think even bang up to date with, I just went and saw a couple of weeks ago the Mission Impossible.
yeah,
And he's got the little blip out and he goes up to it and there's a gorgeous Ferrari sat there and he presses it and it's a Fiat 500, the old school one.
yeah.
And it's fully electric. So, so again, bombing around Italy in that one. So, classics. Very, very nice. So anyway, if you fancy one of those, it's only 11 quid.
11.
So,
I know, it's just nuts, isn't it? 11 quid.
Absolutely. It's worth just having one just for the stash. Just
It is,
It's a talking point when people say, oh, you've got a bomb bug.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see a few built as well.
It would be a few. Because again, that's the thing, when you go around model shows, every now and again you see one built up. And you go, oh, it's a bomb bug. Yeah, it's one of those kits that's just, I don't know why it's popular. Because it's all full car, really, and all the rest of it, but it's classic. But yeah. And you can only paint it orange.
You can.
But yes, in other news, we are out of stock at the moment, but we've got a restock of these coming in for the Armour Hobby 48 Sail Hurricane. As I said before, I've done a full review of it. I've slight mixed things. Again, I think I need to build it. So I am going to do it because I've got one here. Matt sent me that one down. And we're going to see if what I'm complaining about, well, not complaining about, but my worries are actually founded, or I'm talking out the back of my rear, which is probably normal. But again, it's one of those things, like I said before, doing the review of it, this thing's got fully raised rivets all over it and they're in scale and there's just so many of them. And that's my worry, is that how it will take with decals, how it will take with masking, how it's going to, are we going to get problems with bleed through and that. One thing that was brought to my attention, though, and is a very good point, you see it's got the drop tanks. It's the first ever Hurricane kit that's come with them. So,
okay.
Yeah, in 48 scale anyway. So, yeah. But apparently those, the external fuel tanks on there, this is the first kit that's come with them. You can buy them aftermarket. There's been resin ones available and stuff like that. But this is the first time they've actually been seen in injection moulding in 48 scale. So again, a little bit of a first for them. We've never seen it and done with it, but in the Night Fighter version there. But yeah, really, really nice. But the level of detail is completely off the chart, from, as I say, my just concern literally is the raised rivets and trying to mask over it and put decals over them and that. I think they're going to be, cause silvering and problems with bleeding. But generally, though, the rest of it is unbelievable. To get a kit, 48 scale, that's got more detail on it than any 32nd scale kit I've seen. Surface detail, anyway. So
compared to the 72nd one, then they're...
Oh, yeah, because you remember we were saying about, obviously, it might be a bit of a damp squid, because obviously the bar was set so high with that second kit that obviously with this one, my little concern is that, they've set it at a good 99 out of 100. So how the hell are they going to better it? Well, they've managed to do it, because the level of detail on that kit, and again, it's kudos to Armour Hobby as a company that hit the floor running. And they're still running. They're just not slowing down.
They're pushing it, aren't they? They're
pushing the limit of it and pushing the limit of injection moulding. Again, we sold out completely almost instantly with this kit. We've got more coming in. They sold out and they've got another load coming in. So, and again, we've got the Trop version due out in a couple of weeks as well.
I think by the end of the month, by the end of August, perhaps beginning of September, we'll have the Trop version, which is probably one I'd be interested in if we're going to do one, because it's Trop. But
it is, yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, it's 48 Hurricane, isn't it?
But definitely for detail-wise now, we were talking about, you've got the Airfix one, nice kit, goes together well. It's quite basic on the detail, though, being a bit older kit now. And then, obviously, the Hobby Boss one, which I built, takes it up nicely to that next level. It's a good kit. And you got that thing, which is just on steroids, so really, really nice.
Again, though, you know what? Most companies will go for a Hurricane or go for a Mark 1 Battle of Britain.
Yeah.
Quite a safe option because they're famous and it's going to get used. To be fair, like Armour, they've gone for the Mark II and they've gone through the marks of the Mark II, which is, I think, again, it's been well overlooked, the Mark II.
Yes.
But also, you get some cooler versions, if I'm honest.
Yeah, we've often said that. I say we're really hoping that they come out with the can opener, with the tank buster one, with the big cannons on it.
I think they will do. I think they've got to, because that's the D in it, did we say?
Yeah, it's the D, yeah.
I think I'd be surprised if they didn't.
Well, let's face it, they've done all the versions of the other one in 70 seconds, so I'm assuming this one's going to follow suit. So
yeah, exactly. It'll just follow suit with a bigger brother. I wonder if they're doing 30 second. wonder if they're really good.
I tell you what, that would be impressive if they suddenly turn around. Oh, we're going to go up another scale, do 30-second of a Hurricane as well. It's like, my God.
Bases. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Well, that would be it. They would just be known as Armour Hobby, the Hurricane Company at that point, because you've got you covered in every base of any Hurricane. So
we always say you need your cash cow to keep your business going.
Absolutely, and they got it
a little bit with a wild in 70-second. Obviously, they've done. I wonder if they'll upscale any of the other 70-second kits.
Absolutely,
like
the Wildcat
Mustangs that they did, the early Mustangs. They did that Japanese plane, didn't they? But yeah, I think they found the feet because they started off with a bit nichey stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then obviously they brought the Hurricanes out, and it's kind of taken off from them. And that's note to any company that, you know, if you watch us or anything else, you've got to get your cash cow in there.
Your cash cow,
it's all right, and then later on you can bring out kind of your little nichey planes if you want to and stuff. But you need that sort of
definitely
business, don't you? You know, keep the doors open and all that, and the wages paid. So.
Absolutely. Keeps the lights on, as my old man used to say.
Well, that's it. Phrase I was looking for. It does, you do need it. And like I say, obviously, Armour are a Polish company, and the Polish flew a lot of Hurricanes.
Absolutely,
definitely.
A
lot of Polish squadrons, so... same with the Mustang as well that they've done, isn't it? So they kind of play into the home market a little bit, I think. But obviously they're picking good subjects of obviously what Polish squadrons were using as well. So I wonder if they'll ever do to a Spitfire, because the Poles.
That's it. The Polish Spitfires. Yeah, absolutely. And again, it would be nice to see what they can do with a Spitfire. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. It would be interesting. I don't know if that's a bit too saturated a market, but again. I don't know. Armour Hobbies are a bit of a level kind of above, aren't they?
I was going to say when you think of Armour Hobby, a lot of people don't know them, and I must admit we've been championing them since I built the 72nd one. But it is founded. They are really, really good kits, and they go together. I haven't had a problem with them at all. You know, and sometimes I had a tiny little bit of a fit issue, and it was one of those. It was such an easy fix. I just went on the inside and pushed it out a little bit. Perfect seam, and it was like easy. And I know people who don't have a problem with it, so it may have been me. So. But really nice. Don't forget, everybody, if you pop your email address in. Oh, what's that trying to do? Oh, I can't do it. Trying to put all my email addresses in. But pop your email address in here. Click the old sign up button. As soon as it comes back into stock, we'll send you an email. It says it's back in stock and you want to buy it. So you'll be instantly told if it is, if it's done like that. So use the old box. So if it's not in stock with anything we got, pop it in there. Also, if it's something, you know, that we haven't got an order in for, it will give us a nice little reminder that we need to get those in.
The only other thing, my only complaint with Armour, and I suppose it's a minor complaint, but it is a complaint, is the boxes. They're rubbish.
Well, this one, don't forget, it's slightly different. If you've seen the review, it's the pull-out box.
No, I'm on about the smaller kits. They're a bit...
Oh, right, yeah. They're a bit flimsy,
you know, on the 72nd, they tend to, you know, if you put them in your stash, make sure they're at the top, because any weight on them and they'll go well out of shape. So, are you off?
Yeah, I'll just let me grab the kit. I can just show you a sec. So, there we go. The problem we had was that obviously, as I said, we had a couple of squished ones which we sold off. I don't know if we've got any of those left.
I think we've got a couple of series.
Because the boxes are really, really thin. So what they've done is to get round this one, it's got a tray.
Which again is great because it's got to put your bits in as well.
So yeah, you've got a build tray, because the normal way would have been this,
which is
they are very, very thin. You know, they have got the thing on the back as well for it, and that's how the other ones are. But you got it, which again, I quite like it. It's even got a finger hold to get your finger in it to pull it out the box. It's like, you know, really, really nicely done.
Yeah. I wonder if that's going to be the norm, because it would be nice, because like I say, the boxes can be a bit. Say soft. I think it's the word. It's a bit sort of Revell way of doing it, which everybody complains. Well, you've got nowhere kind of to put your bits back in a box and stuff.
But again, if you're working on it, you're just like that, and I think it's actually a really nice little upgrade.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you'll be like me, look, building these blooming things out.
Yeah, building your trays,
little trays to keep stuff in. But no, good kit that. Like I said, we'll have a restock of that pretty soon, so keep an eye out.
The other one is this great kit we're talking about. The actual Sea Fury. You didn't get them all out, did you? Because you're not at work.
Because I'm not at work. After I said yesterday, I'll get them out and we'll show you. I'll definitely do it for next week's show. Because it is worth a chat about that kit.
It is.
I do actually remember it quite fondly, to be honest. You know, it's a really nice kit, and it's again, it was something we were crying out for at the time, wasn't it? A Sea Fury.
As I say, really would like to see a 30-second one of them. Or again, if Airfix wanted to do a 24th scale, then a Sea Fury, I think, would be a really good crack. You know?
I totally agree with you with the 24th one. I think would be a really good option.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think I don't know. I know they've done the Typhoon, but I'm always like a Tempest either.
Yeah.
I thought of something for Airfix, by the way. We were going through stuff that could probably do. And I'm even thinking 72nd here as well. Is a Lysander.
Yes.
I know this is a bit off topic of a Sea Fury, but I was thinking of, because they stick to their market of British aircraft and stuff.
Yes.
And the Lysander is quite an iconic aircraft of World War II, isn't it? And again, there's the options. There was that Dora Wings one, which
I was going
to
say the Dora Wings was actually quite a nice kit.
It's a good kit, but again, you're looking at a limited run kind of kit, aren't you? And that's it for 72nd, pretty much. Unless you're really good to the old Matchbox and Airfix and Frog kits, which let's not bring them into equation. The other, like 48th one, you're looking at the old, well, Edard's got the molds now, but it's the old Gavia kit.
Yeah.
And I don't think they do an early one. That's only a Mold 3, is it, or something? And then you've got the old 32nd Matchbox kit.
Which I've got here.
Airfix, which you've got. I know Airfix don't do 32nd, but again, can you imagine a 24th Lysander? That'd be ace. I don't think it'd be a good
big.
I don't think it'd be a brilliant seller. I don't think from that point of view. But again, I think like a 48th or a 72nd, because, I was thinking like the Anson was a bit left field. And there's been some other kits as well that they've done that you're thinking, oh, that's a bit different for them. But Lysander, again, it's when we've ever had the Lysander in 48 from the Edard boxing of it, it's always sold out. It's always been a popular kit. So I think that just proves people want one. It's not like we've got sat on the shelves and we can't shift them. We've always got rid of them. Anyway, sorry, go back to Sea Fury.
No, it is. But no, Sea Fury is a great kit. We all built one. All the team built one within a series of live shows back in the day. And again, really good fond memories of that kit. It is a nice kit. It goes together really, really well. Yeah. And it is, I always think the Sea Fury is pretty much overlooked.
Yeah, I think
even against Tempests and Typhoons, Spitfires and Hurricanes, and the Sea Fury, no one really does much about it. It's like, I know Special Hobby. Was it Special Hobby did it?
No, Special Hobby never.
No.
The only other Sea Fury, which is in 48 that I know of, besides probably like a vac form or something, was the old Trumpeter kit. Well, that's
right. Yeah.
It's a bit long in the tooth, and I don't think it's very accurate. So that's definitely the one to go for. But yeah, no, it is like I say, a cracking kit, really nice kit to build. So
very nice, very
and I'm going to go and see one probably on Friday.
Yes, you will be able to see one because last time we were underneath it, or I was
looking at wheel wells or anything else. So
yeah, that's it. You can do what we did last time when I was lying underneath it to get the photos of all the wheel wells.
Yeah, I think I've got a photo of you doing that. To be honest, somewhere.
Yes. Usual bits and pieces down in there. We are out of the Mighty 8th ones as well. They've sold out for the Mustang. Gorgeous kit, really nice markings on that one, the real classic ones of that. But again, we'll probably get some more of those back in. And again, some really nice ones. We spoke about these is the Catalinas. Really, really nice. Obviously, it's the Academy Catalina in there, isn't it?
It is.
Just remembering. And obviously the Washington and the Super Fortress. Obviously the British Washington and the American B-29 Super Fortress as well. Again, really nice kits, Academy kits. Very, very nice as well. Something a little bit different. And the other bits down below, as you can see, which is the ones I've worked on before. So,
built them all.
yeah, that's it. Yes, not quite. I would like to do, funny enough, now I like Hurricane Dat and all the rest of it. I still would like to have a go at the actual 32nd Mark 2B, because I've got it here.
Because there's a lot of stuff come out for that now. Probably next year, eh?
Yeah, it'll definitely be a next year build now. I'm totally booked up. So we've got that. A couple of other things as well we could talk about was this. So this is the new Tilly from Tamiya in 48 scale.
Yeah, that just got an email through from Hobbyco the other day saying future release for November, I think. So it's 48 KT Ambulance, which is just come out of the blue completely. It's like everybody's on to it all of a sudden. You can't get one for love nor money from anybody. Now everybody's bringing
Everyone's got KTs.
One, but I did notice the roof fits as well as the Airfix one.
Yeah, that's it. It's got a few fit issues in there.
So I don't know if that's a 3D printer one, which it probably could be.
Yes, it could be.
Prototype one, but again, 48 scale, good idea, to be honest. We were just discussing it off here, weren't we?
Absolutely. It's great for dioramas and
again, you know, because they're doing them
that.
little sets, aren't they? At the minute where you get the Jeep or a couple wagon or the little Tilly truck or whatever with a Spitfire and stuff. And again, that'll just, you know, if you want to do a little airfield scene.
Absolutely.
A la like the old Airfix kit.
Yes,
It's perfect scale being that. And it's Tamiya as well, so it's going to be a weekend build.
Yes.
And then you'll have it, and it'll look fantastic as Tamiya kits normally do. And the 48 one's brilliant, the little kits anyway. So, yeah, we'll put that out for pre-order, I think. When my colleague is back next week, we will get it up to anybody who's interested in it.
So, looks like you get a nice figure in that as well.
I was going to say, I was looking at the figures, and that the little 48 Tamiya figures, again, are really nice little figures.
Yeah.
I think they're probably on par. Obviously, I was doing the ICM ones for you, which I will bring you down, or well, 2 out of the 3, and the table is up there on my shelf, and the table and the steps I'll bring down so you can mock them up on your base with your Tempest. But yeah, the figures actually, the Tamiya, aren't they? They're really up the game in the figures from the 35th to the 48th.
Yeah.
They're really nice. So, yes, I'm looking forward to that. I wonder if you get any stretchers or I wonder if you get it out the back because it's not showing.
It's not showing anything in the back or anything, but it'd be nice if it did have the stretchers as well.
I would have thought there should be something because obviously if you want the back doors open, it look a bit odd without any stretchers in there. But again, I mean, I built the Airfix one, really enjoyed that. So, you never know, might tackle that as well. So, could be a live show build or something.
Absolutely, yeah, it'd be a nice build on that one.
Yeah, you don't get the Queen with it.
No Queen with that one.
I wonder if somebody will do a 48th Queen or Princess at the time, weren't you?
Yeah, this is it. True. So anyway, if we'll probably bung up a pre-order for that one.
Yeah, we will definitely do a pre-order for that. See if anybody's interested.
As well. Speaking of pre-orders and things like that, brilliant segue today. This little lump is about to drop.
Smooth that was.
Smooth, wasn't it? That was very good. So, but yeah. So the actual Tyrannosaurus Rex, old short arms.
Yes.
That's what I call my missus. She's
T-Rex.
known as T-Rex. So, because she's got short arms. Not, you know, she's human. Don't get me wrong. She has got them. But yeah, they're not as long as mine, put it like this. Yeah. So, put it this way, we were putting up curtains yesterday.
So that was fun.
So that was it. There's no way no. Just out the way. But yeah, so anyway, that one is coming down the line and due any minute, I do believe in it, Matt.
Yeah, I presume so. Yeah, I did get a thing to say they're on their way or they're somewhere over. So, yes, they shouldn't. Excuse me, they shouldn't be very long.
Yeah.
Again, it's a quirk of evolution for that sort of creature. Why it has got such short arms.
Yeah.
It's really
Well, I suppose when you've got a mouth that big, you don't really need arms.
Yeah, but you know, like even like a dog, sort of old stuff to eat. Do you know what I mean?
But then crocodiles don't use their arms, do they? Just for eating, they just tend to use their mouth.
Well,
and alligators.
I get it. But you see, the thing is, I was thinking a podcast, and obviously dinosaurs are. I know they're reptiles, but you're kind of more in the line with birds, aren't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
You know, so yes, interesting. Yeah, like I say, I need to look into why they have short arms.
Yes, I've got to get one of those. You're going to have to send me this because my other half is actually.
Oh, you've got one.
Good. That's good. Because again, my other half wants me to do it. So there's not many models she actually wants me to build. In fact, any. So, but that one she does because she's actually her nickname's T-Rex at work. She's a vicious little thing with short arms. That's what I say.
Yeah, vicious thing with short arms.
So, but that's her nickname, you see. So she's known as T-Rex. So,
right, did you know this? Right, fascinating fact. You know a raptor.
Yes.
They showed the raptors, right? Can you remember the first film where they had the little thing with the
frilly neck,
the frilly bits? That's the actual size of a raptor.
Oh, right, okay.
That's the proper size, but obviously they need to make them a bit more vicious because they will look like little chickens running around.
Yes, it would, yeah. They're not very terrifying when they're a foot tall.
Because this was on one of the podcasts I was listening to. The actual size of a raptor is as big as one of them little things, and not the other way around.
Oh, right, okay.
They exaggerated a bit. They broke down the Jurassic Park movies, to be honest.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, it's quite a good podcast, to be honest, but yeah, anyway.
Cool, very good. Anyway, so that one's coming down the line. So if anyone's got a pre-order for that up, obviously we'll be in touch with that one soon. Again, good old X Plus, because I did C3PO's great grandmother, didn't I?
Yes,
So
you
the old
did.
X Plus kit.
Yeah, you did, and very nice it was as well.
It did, and do you know what? It got broken the other day, but it's okay. She's okay. She's fine. She lost one of her little lights off of her chair, but
Oh,
yes, it happened to be the old daughter-in-law who was prattling around with Tams in here because of the arm problem, probably.
clean stuff up, don't touch.
So yeah, it went flying, but she was all right. I have repaired her. She's okay. Kudos to the kit.
Was they admiring your work?
I don't know. They probably were in here looking for something else and fell over or something. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I came in and she's lying in here in bits, and I was like, oh. But if you remember, I didn't actually glue it together. A lot of it is quite chunky plastic, and you can sort of push fit, and that's all what happened. A few things have popped off, like a head and a leg. So it's like clunk it back in and then stick her back through, and it's only one of the lights snapped off on the bottom, to be honest, on the stand. So.
Hey, you could have done like see-through with a silver arm.
Well, yeah, that's it. Or just like cables hanging where he's had it ripped off.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but yes. Anyway, if you want to get that one as well, the pre-order is still open, I do believe. So we might have a spare or two if you want to get your name down quickly. And where are we? Let me move back. Sorry, wrong one. There we go. Specials. Over to specials. So we've got two sections. If we do the cars, I'll work across. Car section still going really well. Again, once this is all gone, it is gone. So if you want to grab any of these, grab them now. We got them up at great prices. Some really good discounts on all of these as well, as you can see. And again, we got like a salvo I was talking about like last night.
We was on about the F1 and the Brabham, look. And the
Brabham, yeah. So a bit of the old classic stuff as well. We got the Tamiya bikes, which again, really, really nice kits. Me and Matt did say we were going to do a bike. I think we'll do it next year now, but we'll have to do a joint bike, and nice and glossy and all the rest of it. Last one I did was this one for the old Ducati, and I loved it. Matt taught me how to gloss. This was the kit where I learned how to gloss, and I think she turned out very, very nicely, to be honest. Again, great kits. If you've never built a Tamiya bike, I highly recommend it. We often joke about Bandai, because let's face it, Bandai just goes together. Tamiya bikes are probably the best engineered out there. The way that the engines go together. This one here, I've got a couple of upgrades with it. I've got the upgraded fork set, which is turned brass, and the discs are photo etch on this one. But again, the rest of it is all stock. And it just absolutely fantastic, beautiful, beautiful kits. The way that they go together and all the bits and pieces is, it's legendary. You're basically building the engine up, and it's little screws, which I love. Anything that comes with screws and cogs and things like that, I absolutely love. So the suspension all works on them and everything else. But again, it's definitely more akin to, you don't even have to paint them because they're all done in that situation where it's literally just the body parts you need to paint. The rest of it comes together really, really well. And you get hoses as well for doing the brake lines and all those different bits and pieces. So yes, but no, really, really nice kits on those ones. If you ever wanted to change a little bit of a diversity, never built a Tamiya bike, I can highly recommend it. And they all go together really, really nicely. So if you want to have a look, you can see on that in the main site. But we've got lots of ones down in there, including the old Carbon Ninja, which is a really, really nice kit as well. So, highly recommend those.
I say the X-Star's probably on the newer ones that came out, isn't it? We had a pre-order on that back in the day. But yeah, I mean, the Repsol Honda, pretty iconic as well. But, I mean, what's not to like?
But the thing is also, like, the product, obviously, normally they're 50 quid, but we've got it out there for 40 quid. It's, really, really fun build.
You get the stand, you get a paddock stand as well, don't you?
Yeah, you get a paddock stand, because I've got mine on the paddock stand up there as well. They all come with them, so very, very nice indeed. So if you want to grab any of those ones, you can do. They are all down in there. And so when they're gone, they are gone. We've got the specials. Obviously, we've been changing these out like a good one all through the week. Oh, look, sold out of Phantoms.
Yeah, that'll be changed then. Some will be in place.
That'll be something going in there to replace it. But again, we've got the F-35s. We were saying about the various things. We've got the P-61.
Yeah,
which is the Great Wall Hobbies, which is a cracking kit. Yeah. Very nice as well. Another one is obviously the Hind, because that's obviously the Zvezda Hind in there. Very nice indeed. The Tornado, that's the Revell Tornado. So again, that's the best one you can get. The Phantom, really nice as we know. And again, some very, very nice bits and pieces. And we've got the Harrier. So if you want to join in, sort of, this is the FRS 1 version, the Sea Harrier, but it's basically the same kit. So and I'm doing it now. thoroughly enjoying it. Really nice. So,
Look at nice upgrade.
But yeah, if you do want an upgrade, some nozzles that we've 3D printed will be available soon.
There you go.
And a seat. And a sidewinder if you want, and all the rest of it. So there's a few bits we've upgraded on the kit purely so I don't have to detail
what might be worth an upgrade that we could chat about for that GR1. The rocket pods.
Yeah, we can do the rocket pods.
Because I can't see them being much copying 24. I bet you must have them. You've got to have them in your box.
No, because they're all in here. So funny enough, if I can grab the end of it. There we go. There's the ends. Again, we can probably do something with these because they're okay. You've got it, but say we could 3D print it in one piece. Be a lot more. You won't have seams all over it and two halves and all the rest of it. So we could probably definitely do those. And again, these are our nozzles that we've been working on and going through, all 3D printed. Yeah, probably got a better one in that hasn't got covered in thingy. There we go.
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Very thin.
Oh, yeah. It makes it like I've talked to you because I've never really been thought of. Obviously, I've been tackling the 24th 190 behind me, and I've got a few other 24 scale kits, but the Harrier was never one of them. But now there's the upgrades that obviously have been designed for us, and we can print them off. Yeah. It makes it more sort of wanting to do it. Because we were on about, I've talked yesterday too, about actually how long it takes to scratch build and update parts, and you'd probably just run out of steam.
Yes, let's be honest. Especially on the bigger kits that are a handful.
Yeah, because obviously you've got enough to cope with all the rivets and stuff. Just to get rid of them and make it, sort of modern-ish, shall we say. Yeah. But again, when you've got nozzles, a seat, which it definitely needs a seat.
Yes.
An upgrade on the seat, like I say, with yours, because it's got sidewinders, they were a weak part, or some of the weapons and stuff. You can obviously get aftermarket wheels as well, because Res Kit do them, which you've got for that. Which again is a nice upgrade. Yeah. I think you can kind of bring it up to speed, can't you?
Yeah, no, really nice. And to be honest with you, like I said before, the kit itself, even if you're going to do that one over there, the original one, it was 50 years old, that kit. It's ridiculous. The level of detail and the quality and the way it goes together is really nice with it. So, again, it's one of those ones where I think it gets overlooked as being a bad kit because of the surface detail. But the surface detail for its era would have been absolutely breathtaking. Fully recessed kit in 1950. It was, no one was doing that really.
No.
So, but again, it's a little bit overdone, but all I've done is sand it all down a bit. And I haven't got rid of it all. We've just sanded it down to a level where the big fasteners are noticeable, but the rivets are more like dense, if you like. And that's literally how I'm going to do this one. Hopefully by next week we'll have something proper to show because it will be in primer. But apart from that, the fit-wise and everything going together, it does go together, which I know shouldn't surprise me, but it does. It actually, it's still all a loose fit in here, but under here you'd expect this seam to be absolutely horrible because it's a big bulky flat seam. You've got all these parts in here, but actually it's no problem at all. A light sand and it went together really nicely. Intake fit as well. Notoriously problem with Harriers. No problem at all. And to be honest, this has got the grafted on front. This is the Sea Harrier front end instead of obviously the GR1. So you have to cut it off and you join it and all things like that. And it went, no problem at all, and there's a little bit of tolerance in there, which is what you need, because then it just makes it all fit and it works really well. So, and it's good. It's solid. The thing is, I said you could club things with that. I won't say that again. I'm terrible saying that last time. Yeah. But you could knock nails in with it. It's absolutely bulletproof, this kit. It's really solid, really well designed. And again, I think it just gets completely overlooked. And it's nice again that it's come out. Okay, it's 80 quid, but normally it's one of those things. You do get a hell of a lot of plastic with it.
I tell you what, though, I was looking at second-hand ones, and they're still fetching strong money. So I don't think it makes any difference. Only, obviously, if you get an earlier one, the molds aren't so worn, shall we say. But I don't know what that's how it's standing up, the molds, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And you get a decent set of decals. That's the thing.
That's your big thing.
You're going to get cartograph decals that are in register.
Yeah.
And a proper decal sheet. So it's kind of worth buying for that, because you're going to have to clean it up anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's a bit flashy. But like I say, I've not seen it, so I don't know if it is. So I don't want to bash it for flash when I've not seen it and know how the molds are standing up now. But knowing Airfix how they are at the minute, they're getting quite good at these older kits, the vintage classics, because they're. I think they're kind of looking after the molds, I suppose.
I think what it is, the ones they're releasing, I think they've
Yeah.
looked at the molds and the molds are all good. Obviously, the ones that have got dodgy molds, I don't think they're doing. But again, it's nice because some little touches they're upgrading, like the decals, because I say the decals are now cartograph.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, that's absolutely mega. Because let's face it, I've looked at Sea Harriers online to see how other people have done various bits and pieces. And one of the big things is that the decals are out of register because there isn't actually any aftermarket for them. So people are committed. So you've got that thing with like roundels and you've got the blue and the red with a white crescent because it's out of register. And no, let's face it, Airfix were notoriously always out of register back in the day. And it's nice, obviously the newer ones, new decals, you know, printed by Cartograph, totally gorgeous. They're going to go down well. They are in register as well. And again, the few of the older kits we've seen, they've upgraded clear parts especially.
That was the main bugbear with the older kits. We've always said it's the clear parts that are the Achilles heel because you can't do it with them. You can polish them to a point, but you either buy the old vac form, you know, the Falcon vac form sets, or the other one that your Squadron, is it?
Yes.
You do them to upgrade, obviously, because they were as thick as a, you know.
I'd be interested to see what the clear parts are like on the new ones, because obviously the plastic that was used in these, obviously back in the day, whilst nice, is incredibly flexible. You can actually flex this quite a lot.
Snap.
And it doesn't snap. I wouldn't try that with any other one because it's going to crack it. But these are really flexible. So I assume, though, they've probably used different styrene now to what these are. But again, because these are very flexible, they're a little bit, not to say cloudy, but they're not the clearest ones. But obviously the ones for this one, because it's a later one, has got the, with the Sea Harriers, more bubble canopy, shall we say, than the flat one of the original. These are absolutely crystal clear and they fit absolutely beautifully. So again, it's I'm hoping that those ones will have this plastic, because obviously just by its nature it's a clearer plastic because it's harder and it fits and, you know, works really, really nicely. So
it's just funny for years though to say, you know, how I suppose small for a jet the Harrier actually is. I know we were talking, weren't we, and you said it's about the same as an F-16.
Yeah, it's not a lot in it between a 32nd F-16 and this. It's a little bit longer, I would say, because I've got an F-16 up there. But wingspan and that, it's definitely about the same as a 32nd scale F-16.
Well, again, you're looking at 32nd and 24th scale.
And this is 24th scale. So
there's quite a discrepancy in size. So it just shows how compact and that the Harrier was. And even the wingspan, it was quite a stubby wingspan for an aircraft, obviously.
Yeah.
So it translates okay to 24th scale. That's what I was trying to get at, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah.
No. Where, like I say, if you're doing an F-16 in 24th scale or something else, because F-16 is not a massive jet, really, is it?
No, not
in the grand scheme of things.
No.
It'd be quite a considerable bit bigger than that, I reckon.
Yeah. I would have thought so.
I think that's about your limit, isn't it?
Yes.
I wonder if, do you know what? It does make you wonder if Airfix will ever tackle like something like that again in 24th scale. Because obviously they've done the prop aircraft, haven't they? Which again, in the nature, are not massive. I mean, my thing behind me, it's big enough, but I won't say it's huge. But it weren't a big plane in real life.
No.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they actually came out with something else. I don't know.
I suppose the thing is, obviously, when you look at Airfix, obviously the biggest thing they did would have been the Mosquito.
That's big.
Because that's huge in 24 scale.
That is a big
monster.
thing. In fact, like I say, I wonder if that was sort of, that's big enough. We're not going to go any bigger than that. Because to be fair, the Hellcat's not a small aircraft on its own.
No.
That's a big lump, but it's more depth.
Boxy, yeah, that's it. It's not all wings and
obviously
stuff
your
like the
Typhoon
Mozzie.
you built as well.
Yeah,
that's
a chunk.
That's not small, because I don't know why a Typhoon compares to that as in width and stuff. I don't know.
I think lengthwise it's probably similar, but obviously Typhoon's got a lot more wing on it.
Yeah.
So
it shows you probably how compact a Harrier actually is.
We'll have to do a show one day on scale, and we can get down some of the ones, because I've got obviously a 32nd Harrier down in there, and you can compare it to this. And obviously I've got 48 scale Harriers, and I've got 72nd scale Harriers. So it'd be interesting to do them, but also you can get them against the other stuff like the big 24 scale Typhoons and stuff like that. You can see how big they really are at the end of the day. Again, scale is one of those things. One of the biggest things was the B-52 in 72nd.
Yeah.
That's the biggest model I've got. You know, it's absolutely monster. You know, it's a lot bigger than the VC10.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a huge lump. But yes, never mind. Right. Okay. So obviously that's sales section all the way through. Pretty much all the other bits. Wessex.
Oh look, the thing is sold out as well. Look, the Hampton.
Oh, Hampton's gone. We talked about that yesterday.
Oh,
and the
so
Firefly.
By the time this comes out, they'll have changed for new stock.
Right. Okay.
So it's obviously working. People are buying, which is nice.
Which is good. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, once they're gone, people, they are gone.
Yep.
So, well, at that price, definitely. So,
yeah.
But yes, so this is our sort of summer sale store thing, having a bit of a clear out and various things down in there. Got a damaged box section, as always. Some various bits and pieces there. This is my kit review stuff along here at the top. And again, the Jeep's gone now, so that'll get changed out. Various things. So if you do want anything down in there, you can do as well. Say, damaged box section, the kit's all absolutely fine. It may be literally a crushed corner, or there's a little, crease in there, or something really minor. If there's anything big, you will put up extra photos showing it. As you say, we used to have quite a mullered kit up there a few years ago, wasn't it? And we put up loads of photos showing the box. Kit was fine, but the box had been completely flattened. So, but yes. So anyway, if you want to grab any of those good bargains in there, you can do as always. Just pop along to the various sections. So say you've got new arrivals, the civilian sales section. We've got the special offers, and obviously you've got the damaged boxes just down in there. We have got restocks of all the usual paints and glues and sundries and bits and pieces as well this week. So if you want to get any of those ones, you can do. One thing we will say though is obviously Matt is travelling down tomorrow.
Last post date is tomorrow. So
last post date will be midday tomorrow, really, isn't it?
Tomorrow's cut off, and then after that, it's going to be Monday.
Yeah.
Next week, because like I say, I am away.
Yes.
For the weekend, which I'm looking forward to be honest. To be nice.
Good weekend. If the weather plays ball, we'll be fine.
So PM is shut for a 1 day.
yeah, that's it for 1 day, really. That's all. But definitely. So if you are planning on getting something, get your order in today. Really. And we can get it out for the weekend. So anyway, you get all your usual bits and pieces down in there, all your kits, everything else, as you might imagine, is down in there. So pre-order section, obviously we spoke about it a minute ago. We've got the Trop Hurricane.
Yep.
Loads of interest in that one as well. As I said, should be in by the end of the month with any luck. So that's a good one as well. Yeah, hopefully. So if you want to get your name down for that one, you can do. The Sea King has gone absolutely mental. We've got into pages of pre-orders on this. So obviously, if you want to grab yourself a Sea King, should be in within the next 2 weeks-ish. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes according to plan. It is due. I was told last week that it should be out mid-August. So we're allowing an extra week, and then I'll start banging on the door. But beautiful kit. You've probably seen the review. As I say, I think that kit's always had now something like 11,500 views on that one.
Yeah, it's a proper popular one, isn't it, your review?
Very, very popular on that review. So if you want to go off and see that one, as I say, we've got that. I will be building it in the future as well. So keep a look out for that one as a proper build.
I think I will as well, to be honest. I think it's something I might tackle as well when a bit of definitely a mass set's out for it anyway. But yeah, I fancy doing the box top one, to be honest. An early one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very nice. We spoke about this one the other day. This is the Seafire, is back out. Beautiful kit. Really nice.
Great kit.
Great kit. I have it down in there, which I built for Airfix magazine 10 years ago, whatever it was.
It's a long time ago.
Long time ago. So it's really very, very nice kit down in there. So again, nice to see that one's back. The Wilder Cat spoke about as well. Seems popular at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's due out probably this month.
Should be out any minute as well. So yeah, we've got that one as well. So and again, there's a bit of aftermarket coming down the line for that one. We did see.
We did put up actually, Phil, just to that's one of them.
Yeah.
So that's the Ukrainian MRAP, as they call it.
Yes.
It's coming out from ICM, which they've just dropped in as well. It seems to be a trend at the minute of companies just dropping stuff that we don't know about, which is nice. I like it. Keep it up.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a surprise, but yeah, the Cossack, I presume they call it, is it?
Yeah.
Cossack.
Yeah, Cossack 2, I think they call
Cossack 2. Yeah, it's that. But also, if you go back to pre-orders, this next one is actually available and we can get this in, which is the Vesta Spooky, is it? Spectre.
Yes. It is the Spectre. They call it the Ghost Rider. But yeah, it's technically a Spectre, isn't it? Spectre gunship.
Yeah, well, this is actually out, so if anybody wants one, we can get them in ASAP. So we've put it up. We were a bit late to the party with that.
Yeah.
But again, Phil's got a different version of that.
I have. I've got the old version. I've got the H up there. This is the brand new version, isn't it? So they took away some of the guns and replaced it with sensors and various other spooky stuff. So, but this is the new J version, the fully upgraded modern version, if you like. The versions I've got are a bit, long in the tooth now, I think. But I've got the old H up there.
So if anybody's interested in that, put your name down. We can get you one, like say ASAP. So no wait time on that. Or just a wait time for our delivery, should I say.
Very good.
Well, we've got the Razor Crest and all that. We've done. We know all that. So what we have got, which we will be in next week, because it is released, and we figured it is the Sword Lightnings.
Yeah, I think that's on page 2.
Next page, probably.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if we got a spare one, I'll definitely take one. We'll have a look at that one.
There
we go. Yeah.
So we've got 3 different flavours.
Yeah. Again, I quite fancy doing the 2-seater because I've got my Airfix one, which I did for one of our live shows.
Yeah.
And for the weekend bill, wasn't it? And I've done it in those markings as the single seat. So, and obviously that's the 2-seat version of it as well. So it'd be quite nice having a bit of a side-by-side.
What about a 24th one of them?
Everyone keeps saying that, isn't it? Apparently it is on Airfixes. You know, they do the old wish list that shows and stuff. It's always on there. But can you imagine? Because it's quite a brute. It's not a small aircraft, the Lightning. In 24th scale, you'll be looking like that. Because the 32nd one we've got is this. You know? So if you imagine it's going to be a lump. It won't have big wings, stumpy wings, but...
It'll be long.
It'll be long, yeah. Very nice. And also, just along with that kit, I'm sure you could make it work, is that Black Dog have released the engines for it in resin in 72nd for the Airfix one. And you could probably shoehorn them into that. Yeah. So it comes with the radar, it comes with the engines, so you can take the top cover off and the bottom to see both engines. And that looks absolutely gorgeous. That does look really nice.
Some nice stuff, because I've got you a bit of gear for your Viking.
Yeah.
Which I'll bring down when I come down to you. But Black Dog at the minute, some of their plugins, because it's like the resin plugins, aren't they?
Oh yeah, totally
I know they're all about 3D printing and stuff, but actually the Black Dog stuff is really, really nice, and they're really tuning it out at the minute. Some good stuff, like I say, the Lightning. For 72nd is a really nice upgrade. Look really.
It is. I saw that in there, and I thought that actually looks really, really nice, even on a 72nd scale kit. Because obviously on the Lightning, it's the spine. You take it off, and there's the engine, and it is like a plug-in for it. I'm sure you could shoehorn it into that kit as well. The other nice thing they've done is the stuff for the hip, the MI816. They've done all the engines for it, all open and everything, and that looks absolutely gorgeous as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, those ones are due in. Again, obviously Airfix does those versions, but they don't do a 2-seat.
They don't do a 2-seat. No, they don't.
Well, I'm hopeful, to be honest. Sword are going to re-release the 48th ones.
I was about to say, I'm just wondering if Sword will release the 2-seat 48th one again. So I think with Sword, I think it's a bit like Valum and stuff. Their moulds have to be reconditioned every so often. You can get so many out of them, and then they have to be redone, I suppose. So that's why there's gaps in there, and it's quite limited sort of catalogue that they do at a time.
Yeah.
I tell you what I have heard, though. I don't know how true this is, but they are going to be releasing a 72nd Domini.
Nice.
Because they've done that other US one that's been in the catalogue. I can't remember what it is, but how true that is, I don't know. But I think, a Domini's probably coming down the line, which again, you got the old Airfix one.
Yeah.
Which has been re-released not that long ago as a vintage classic. But so interesting. They do nice left field subject, Sword.
Yes, definitely. So anyway, if you want to get your name down, stick them down quick, because obviously when they come in, we'll be closing that pre-order down straight away. And I think that's about it for those, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, for pre-orders. Yeah.
We are all good. Last out, a couple of questions. There's not many, to be honest. We got Stuart, who was saying about, Matt, when you're coming down, you can pop into the helicopter museum and get some photos of the Puma. I didn't realise I had a Puma there. Super Freylon, I think you took a load of photos last time we were up there, wasn't it?
I've got some Super Freylon ones, but yes.
That's it. And the CAF has some good food as well.
Yes.
So yes, last time I was up there, it was all closed still because they hadn't passed the fire regs. wasn't it? So they were crammed in the other building. So,
well, I've been down and actually I'll be bypassing there because we're Overton.
Yes, you're going to go the other way, actually. Funny enough, coming down and going the other way. So, yeah. Brett saying we were talking about classic Flory bottle washers and the old designs and things like that on yesterday's show. He's saying one from a long time ago, truly classic, and his first Flory wash. And it still works great. Christ, that's the old winter camo. So that's just the white wash, but it's twice as thick as normal.
Is that
It's the pump one. I was trying to be eco-friendly. So it's got an atomizer on the top. We did it for it. But again, to be honest, it wasn't a big seller, so we dropped it. You know, again, to be honest, like winter camo now, if she's going to do it, you use the new thick one because that's just bulletproof. But that's definitely a very, very much an old classic there. Mark says, are you still planning on doing the pre-order for the AK books? Or did he hear it when we were discussing it a few shows back? We'll get in touch with you, Mark. We will send you an email.
Probably be next week, Mark, to be honest, because I've got quite a bit on for the next couple of days, but we will be in touch about that. So, just bear with us. And we'll get back in touch next week about it. So,
cool.
All good.
Good job. Right, okie dokie then. We'll leave it right there. Remember, Matt is away, obviously, from Thursday afternoon onwards. So if you've got any orders, you've got to get them in there before midday tomorrow to get them out for before the weekend. If not, obviously, all the orders will be processed on Monday. Same sort of goes for me, because Friday, I won't be able to get any orders out either, because this lot's all down here. So, I'm going to be shut basically from last orders have to be in on Thursday, and then obviously the rest of them will go out on Monday as well, but a little bit later. So, yes, good job. We'll have a good weekend. We will. So there's no more shows this week, unfortunately. As I say, I've got people with me today. They're arriving in about an hour and a half time. They're down with me, so I'm going to be entertaining them. Then I've got that motley crew all turning up on Friday. So we're going to be entertaining them as well over the weekend. So there's going to be no Thursday show and there's no Friday show either. And we'll catch up with everything next week as we go through. So next proper show for us, for you guys, will be on Tuesday, where we'll be doing the live show, where I'll be finishing off Blue Thunder. Which is now basically all done, just needs decaling and completing. So, and Matt will be continuing off with yours.
My Land Rover, I'm going to get cracked on with the Land Rover. So I'm going to do a bit of stuff off cam, because it's just painting black, basically, the chassis and dashboard and some seats.
Yeah.
And then we'll choose what colour we're going to do the body, and probably get the body painted, I think. And then that should come together pretty quick after that. So,
very cool.
Yes, that's my plan for Tuesday.
Very nice. So we'll be back with you Tuesday. We'll be obviously doing the PM show on Wednesday, and then obviously we've got, I think it's members live show, isn't it, on Thursday as well with that particular one. So lots of good stuff still to come. All righty. So we will leave it right there. Say goodbye, Matt. We're out of here. Till next week, everybody. Happy modelling. Take care. Bye.